Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a bronzing slash cheek area tutorial for you. The last 2 or 3 videos that I posted, I got a lot of comments on my cheeks. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, what are you wearing on your cheeks? How did you do that? And it was actually really simple, so I wanted to film this tutorial to show you guys how I did it. So I will be using 5 different cheek products. I know that seems like so much, and in reality it kind of is. I don't typically use this many cheek products to achieve a look in one day. But I'm going to go above and beyond. You can cut products out if you choose not to use all of them. So I'm going to start off with my bronzing. So I will be using the Soleil Tan De Chanel bronzer. This is my newfound most favorite bronzer of the moment. It is a cream bronzer. So I like to put this on with a big fluffy brush. So this is the Marc Jacobs, the bronze brush. It's very big, it's very fluffy. It has a dome top to it. Another brush that works really well with this is the Real Techniques powder brush, which is like $70 cheaper than this brush, but I'm going to go ahead and use this one because it's what I have up here and it's what I prefer to use. So I start out with this. Whoopsie, almost dropped it. And I take the brush and I just swirl it around in the bronzer. So you can see it has a little bit of bronzer in there. So I start out in the hollows of my cheeks. So I'll typically start with like my sideburn area, like if I were to have sideburns, where it would be, or like the top of your ear. So I start right there and I'm just gonna brush down towards my mouth. I'm not gonna go all the way down towards the corner of my mouth. I'm going to stop probably about here, just whatever looks the best. So after you do your cheeks, I also do down here my jawline. So I'll usually kind of blend from my cheek area down to my jawline and then a little bit down my neck. The more shadowing and darkness you have under here, the slimmer your face looks. So I usually will just kind of put it on my jawline and then kind of blend it down to my neck. Last area of my face that I use this bronzer with is my hairline. So with this, I do have to kind of pull my hair back a little bit, and then I'm just going to put it around the temples. I think it's called the temples. No, this is your temples. I don't know what this is called, but my hairline across the top, and then on the other side the same. And then I'll kind of bring it down a little bit to connect with where I started that other bronzer, just kind of outlining the top of my face. Next, I'm going to go in with my contour. I'm going to be using my Nars contour blush. Now this is specifically made for the purpose of contouring your face. It has a contour and a highlight in it. So this is in the color Olympia. So you open it up and you can see there's a highlighting color here and then a bronzing color here. So I did use this yellowish color highlighter to set my under eye concealer. It works really great as an under eye concealer. You can also use it if you want to highlight more of your face, like maybe down the bridge of your nose or your Cupid's bow or anywhere you want to highlight. It's completely matte, so if you like a matte highlight, that's really good. And then I'm going to use this color to contour my face. I will be using my Nars ITA Brush. Now I know this brush is really hard to find. You don't have to use this brush. I also like to contour with my Sigma Duo Fiber brush. It's a flat top kabuki, and I will just use the outer edge, like the corner of it, to do the same type of technique. Or another really good contouring brush is this Sephora Pro Flawless Airbrush number 56. This one is really skinny and thin, so it works really good to kind of get that same effect. So what I do is I just put it in the powder like this, and then I blow it off a little bit because I don't want any excess powder. And then I start in that same area that I did with the big fluffy brush. So the very top of my ear, and then I angle it towards the corner of my mouth. And what I do is I just pat this on to where you can kind of see the line. and I only pat it down to about right here, maybe the middle of my cheeks or like the peak of my cheekbone. I do not go all the way down to my mouth. I think that looks really not good on me when I do that. So I'm gonna get a little bit more and just kind of dab it on there. I'm not really shaking the brush or anything. I'm literally just dabbing it on there. And then once you get the product on your cheek, what I do is I take this brush and I just kind of go up and down like this to blend it out a little bit so I don't have a streak on my face. Here where it's a little bit more shadowy, you can definitely tell the difference before and after about what it looks like. So you can tell I have more defined cheekbones, my face looks a little bit more slim, and you have that kind of contoured look on your face. So next I'm going to move on to blush. So I did use 2 different blushes in the past couple of videos. I layer them together. I love layering blushes. If you haven't done it before, try it. You might really like the way it looks. So I'm going to use 2 Nars blushes. The first one is the color Orgasm. Now this is just a really pretty, I'm sure you guys all know about this blush, but it's a corally pinkish orange with golden sheen in it. And I will also be using this kind of pinky brown color. It's called Douceur. This is one of my favorites. I've been loving this blush lately. So I will be using both of these. Start off with the darker kind of pinkish brown one. So I'm going to apply that with my Sigma Large Angled Contour F40 brush. Honestly, you can use any blush brush that you have. So I take that and I dab it in the blush and I blow it off. And then for this one, I'm going to kind of avoid the apples of my cheeks and really put it on top of that contour line, just like dotting it on there up, and I'll sweep it back to my hairline. Now I'm going to go in with the color Orgasm, and I'm going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks and just kind of lightly dust it back. I don't want to put too much product back here, so I'm going to start on the apples of my cheeks and then just kind of dot it maybe halfway back. And I do dot it and then sweep it, so you'll see once I put it on. So dab it in, blow it off, smile, apples of your cheeks. See how I'm dabbing it on? And then about halfway back, and then I stop, and then I can swirl it in. Okay, so lastly, I do apply highlighter. Now, I don't usually apply highlighter every single day. It's kind of a one-off. When I'm feeling a little fancy, I'll apply highlighter. So today I will be using the Too Faced Sweetheart, I think this is called the Sweetheart Bead, Radiant Glow Face Powder Sweetheart Beads. Yeah, so this is the one that has, one fell out. It has the little like loose heart beads. So I take a brush. This brush is made by Too Faced. I don't know what the name of it is. It came with like a kit that I got a long time ago. So I take the brush and I just swirl it around on the beads so I get a little bit of everything, blow it, and then I just lightly dab it on the very peak of my cheekbones, and I sweep it back around the temples of my eyes. Well, that is the finished look. So here is what it looks like up close on that side, and then that side. Alright guys, well that is all that I have for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I really hope that I could have taught you some little tricks and tips here and there. I am by no means a contouring expert. It is very new to me, but this is how I do it currently, and I really like the way it looks on me, so maybe it'll look good on you. Please leave any comments or suggestions in the comment section down below. If you'd like to see other kinds of tutorials, I would love to do that for you. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you next time. Bye guys.